Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the BT-5. We'll start off with a brief overview, then how to use it, then some pros and cons of the vehicle. The BT-5 is the fifth variant of the BT light tank family. The main advantage of this design is that the tank crew can quickly remove the tracks and connect a chain drive to the rearmost road wheel on each side, allowing the tank to travel at extremely high speeds on roads. The BT-5 variant, which featured a larger cylindrical turret housing a 45mm 20K tank gun and a coaxial 7.62 DT light machine gun, proved useful in the early stages of World War II. Introduced in Update 1.45 Steel Generals, the BT-5 is versatile in terms of playstyle due to its great mobility and reasonable firepower. Given its impressive top speed, this tank is best used to capture objectives early in the game. It is recommended to travel on the road to fully utilize its speed and arrive at the objectives before the enemies. Another good strategy is to move to the border of the battlefield and engage enemies from the side. Its speed allows it to reach unexpected areas early in a battle, surprising the enemies. However, players must be careful not to expose themselves during battles, as the tank is lightly armored. Thus, any penetrating shots will almost certainly result in destruction. The BT-5 has a poor survivability. Its armor is almost non-existent on all sides, making it vulnerable to autocannons and heavy machine guns like .50 caliber. Moreover, the crew is tightly packed, making it easy to knock out the BT-5 with a single shot by taking out all three crewmen at once. The BT-5 has a decent cannon for a light tank. Stock round has a maximum penetration of 70mm combined with the 29-gram TNT. It is almost certain that the BT-5 will frontally knock out every tank it will see. Even at more than 500 meters away from the target, it still has 50mm of penetration, which is still enough to go through a lot of tanks' frontal armor. The 3-4 second reload allows the player to quickly fire more shells if the first shot didn't kill. The tank has 8 degrees of gun depression, which is enough for most terrain. Usage in battles. The BT-5 is really flexible when it comes to usage, as it has great mobility and firepower, which is pretty much all you need for a good tank. Given its great 53 km/h top speed, it is good to use the BT-5 as a point-capturing tank at the start of the match. It is better to travel on road to fully utilize its speed to get to the point before the enemies do. Another good tactic is to maneuver to the flank of the front line / point and attack from the side. Its speed makes it possible to go the furthest in the shortest time, surprising the enemies. Once captured, the player can either quickly set an ambush behind nearby cover, waiting for the enemy to recapture it, or just drive around the battlefield and help teammates. Its 70mm penetration and 29-gram TNT Apoplexy shell will one-shot pretty much anything around its BR. If not, the 3-second reload allows it to finish them off easily. A sudden close encounter is a hard test to the player's skills, because the BT-5 isn't very good at turning, as its tracks are quite long and narrow. Its turret traverse of around 11 degrees per second is certainly not the best. Thus, those two factors can sometimes cause the death of the BT-5, so the player must respond fast and accurate. Pros and cons. Pros: deadly firepower at its BR, high penetration of up to 70mm, and shells have explosive filler, which can frontally knock out most tanks. Fast tank, great acceleration and overall mobility. 3-4 second reload time is quick enough to destroy opponents it could not take out with a single shot. Adequate gun depression of 8 degrees allows it to adapt to hilly terrain well. Small and low profile allows it to easily hide behind cover or bushes. Cons was poor survivability. Turret and hull. Traverse is rather slow, meaning it may not be able to keep track of fast targets. This is also a disadvantage in a close quarters duel. This has been an overview of the BT-5. Please like and sub, and I'll see you in the next video.